The parliamentary expenses scandal won't go away, even though the Prime Minister has attempted to dismiss it all as a lot of noise about nothing. In fact, he reckons because he inherited the rules, it's not really his problem.
Well, these are rules that have been set for some period of time. They're rules that are in place in terms of family reunion, so that to enable people to actually engage with their partners. So they've been in place for some time, and we haven't changed the rules. We haven't added to any entitlements. The rules have been there since they were put in place by the former government.
Well, that's easy for him to say, but it's not easy to officially wash his hands of all this because he's in charge now and it's his ministers in the frame, primarily the ones standing there with him today. The Communications Minister, Anika Wells. Wells has used family reunion flights to take her husband to 3 AFL grand finals, getting the kids along to one as well. Wells has also taken her husband at taxpayer expense to the Formula 1 Grand Prix, a Boxing Day test, and even an Oasis concert in Sydney. The list goes on. But trying to justify his refusal to order a review of family reunion privileges, the Prime Minister invoked his own arrangements from 20 years ago.
The distinction, for example, when my son was a bub, as some of you would know him for all of that time. He turned 25 on Monday. I used to bring him down to Parliament when Parliament sat. That made it possible for me to do my job when he was a bub. So the travel included that to occur before he started school.
Oh, come on. Let's be real here. We're talking about a minister taking her family to the snowfields and sporting events and rock concerts. And another senior minister has booked even more flights. Factional power broker and Trade Minister Don Farrell has organised for his wife to accompany him all over the country. But the bloke in charge reckons he doesn't really have time to focus on this issue.
I've answered multiple questions on it today.
And there's been
I am focused. I am focused. What I have said very clearly is what I am focused on. I'm focused on one of the biggest reforms. When you look back, and you'll be able to write a book maybe on the period of the Labor government. When you look back and you look at what are the 5 biggest things that we did, I tell you what, this will be one of them, and that's what makes me proud. Thanks very much.
Sorry,
Thanks.
You did say that you'd come to me.
Yeah, his proud reform, of course, referring to there is the social media ban for teenagers. But Labor's key political allies, the Greens, well, they're in the firing line too, with Sarah Hanson-Young, as we mentioned on this program last night, revealed to have used taxpayers' funds to fly around her husband, the former Greens staffer and now Canberra lobbyist, Ben Oakwist. And taxpayer-funded flights or not, Hanson-Young went missing this morning.
Joining us live is Deputy Nationals leader Kevin Hogan. Kevin, let's start with Sarah Hanson-Young. It's your regular opponent on this panel on a Thursday morning, but curiously she's pulled out of her slot.
Yeah, she pulled out of that slot. It turns out the Greens have quite the carbon footprint. Look, there's no doubt these rules need to be re-examined. They're simply too loose or too generous or both. And while Albanese refuses to do that, he's also rejected opposition calls to check his minister's behaviour against his own ministerial code of conduct.
When I look at this Prime Minister and his dismissive and arrogant attitude to his Minister Anika Wells, just sort of appearing to thumb her nose at struggling Australians, but it's the Prime Minister I want to focus on, Mark, because you know what? If you're a minister wasting money, he's got your back. If you're a struggling taxpayer, you're on your own.
This issue is a gift for the opposition, even though Lee has an embarrassing history on travel entitlements herself. And no doubt many of her colleagues are checking what they've claimed over the years. But if you want to see hypocrisy for real, if you want to see a real case of hypocrisy, just consider Labor. They've loved prosecuting expenses scandals against the coalition in the past, working closely with their mates in the media. But now they're downplaying the scandal, claiming it's all within the rules. If that's the case, then apart from anything else, the rules suck.